You are standing on ice, in the dark, 500 million miles from home. Above you hangs Jupiter, fixed in place, never rising, never setting, 24 times wider than a full moon. And beneath your boots, something enormous has just shifted. Welcome to Europa. Europa is one of Jupiter's 4 great moons. A world slightly smaller than our own moon, and smoother than almost anything else orbiting the sun. No mountains, almost no craters, just ice, veined with rust, wrapped around the whole planet like the shell of an egg. And under that shell, this is not a guess, we have measured it. There is an ocean. Salt water, perhaps 100 kilometers deep, holding possibly twice as much water as every sea on Earth combined. Tonight, we are going through the ice. The plain around you runs to the horizon in every direction, crossed by long, rust-colored veins. Cracks that split, flooded from below, and froze again, staining the ice with salts from the water underneath. The surface temperature never rises past 160 degrees below zero. This ice is harder than most rock on Earth. Whole regions look like lake ice in a spring thaw. Great rafts snapped loose, tilted, rotated, and refrozen mid-jumble. Except each raft is the size of a city block, and the thaw that moved them came from an ocean below, not a sun above. Scientists call it chaos terrain, and one brief warning about this beautiful place: it is trying to kill you. Jupiter's magnetic field funnels radiation onto this surface relentlessly. A single unprotected day, it would be lethal. So here is the question this whole world turns on. Why is this surface so young? Almost no craters. A face only about as old as the last dinosaurs, on a moon 4.5 billion years old. Something keeps erasing it, something underneath. How do you find an ocean you cannot see on a world you cannot drill? You listen to a compass. In the late 1990s, a NASA spacecraft called Galileo was circling Jupiter. The same mission whose atmospheric probe we followed into the clouds last episode. The orbiter that dropped that probe kept flying. And every time it swept past Europa, its magnetometer noticed something that should not have been there. Europa was answering Jupiter's magnetic field, generating a faint field of its own, in reply, in rhythm. Solid rock cannot do that. Only one thing can: a global layer of electrically conducting fluid. Salt water. To your eyes, Europa is a frozen world. To a compass needle, it has never been frozen at all. The needle swings to the rhythm of a hidden sea. And we know what keeps that sea from freezing. Europa's neighbors, Io on one side, Ganymede on the other, tug its orbit into a slight ellipse, so it swings nearer to Jupiter, then farther every 3.5 days. Jupiter's gravity kneads the moon like dough. With every orbit, the entire ice shell may rise and fall by some 30 meters. A 10-story building of ice, breathing. All that flexing is friction, and friction is heat, and heat, at the bottom of an ice-roofed sea, is a furnace that has plausibly never gone out. This ocean may have been liquid for 4 billion years, since before Earth's continents took their shape. It's time we prepare for a chilly adventure. Down. More unsettling than the rusted scars on the surface are the absolute unknowns below. Through the fractures, the walls glow faint blue for the first 100 meters, and then darker until the light gives out, and there is nothing but ice for perhaps 20 kilometers. Ice above you, ice around you, the silent, permanent winter. But then, endless open water. There is no wind here, and thus no storms and no waves. A sea that has never once, in its entire existence, seen light. Your lamp draws the first illumination this ocean has ever known. Understand what you're floating in. Europa is merely a quarter the size of Earth, yet it holds nearly twice as much seawater than our world. Enough liquid water to fill the Atlantic 8.6 times. Somewhere far below is a floor of rock, and this is where the honest speculation begins. That floor may be warm, it may vent, the way Earth's deep sea floors do. And on Earth, wherever hot rock meets seawater and chemistry, at every dark vent we have ever visited, without a single exception, we find life. That is not proof of anything here. Europa's ocean may be sterile, and a confirmed sterile ocean would still be one of the great discoveries in history. It would tell us how rare we are. But the ingredients are not missing. Even the surface radiation plays a part. It cooks the ice into oxidants, and as the shell recycles, it slowly delivers them downward. The poison on the roof becomes food in the cellar. Here is what makes this different from every other wonder in the sky. We are already on our way. NASA's Europa Clipper, the largest spacecraft the agency has ever sent to another planet, launched in October of 2024. It has already borrowed speed from Mars, and in December 26, it swings past Earth one final time to sling itself outward. Look up that week. In 2030, it arrives at Jupiter, and then, flyby after flyby, it will stare through this ice with radar, taste the space around it for plume water, and measure the breathing of the shell. Within about a decade, people, you, alive right now, may know whether Earth's ocean is the only one with something stirring in it. For all of human history, the word ocean has meant ours. That may soon change. But water is not the only thing that falls as rain. 1 billion kilometers away, there is a moon wrapped in haze, where rivers carve valleys and seas fill basins, and not one drop is water, but methane rain. River deltas colder than any freezer on Earth, the most Earth-like weather in the solar system, on the least Earth-like world. Titan, that is where we go next.